Hazbin Hotel Season 2 started off strong, and of course what I mean is episode 2 was brilliant. Probably one of the best, if not the best episode of the series. And this truly solidified who my new favorite character is, along with favorite song. Season 2, episode 2, titled Storyteller, really gave it all. It was so dramatic, emotional, and full of revelations that made me even more curious about this world and completely entertained. And plus, Sir Pinch's made it to heaven, yay! Sarah's confession, aka Sarah's regret song, was a standout moment. A super solid second best song of the episode. It perfectly captured her inner conflict, how she truly didn't believe redemption was possible, and now that she's accepted and had been proven wrong, she's completely shaken and ashamed. She is responsible for what is essentially a routine mass unaliving, who were human souls after all. Grief is such a big theme of the season already, and Sarah is grieving the loss of her certainty and her ability to lead. She fears how to move forward, and that vulnerability made her character 10 times more interesting. Of course, what makes everything so complicated is the fact that Sir Pinch's ascended before her very eyes, which makes her look like a fool because Charlie literally came to heaven with a solution, a way to end the exterminations and prevent war. And Sarah dismissed her. That mistake directly escalated the chaos. And for all her divine authority, Sarah is also flawed. And with that, she proved she's capable of being just as short-sighted as the demons she condemns. But Lute was the star of the episode for me. During the trial of Sir Pinch's, Lute is pissed and spiraling. But as unhinged as she is, she's not entirely wrong. Hell is feeling themselves after their victory. Seeing Adam brought down has got them pumped and ready to join the fight. And the bees back in episode 1 basically confirm what she's saying. Hell now knows heaven can be killed. They killed Adam, and now they're emboldened. They're planning to rise up. So even though Lute is crashing out hard, she's not wrong about what's coming. But what makes me really feel for Lute, what surprised me most, was the core of her breakdown. It isn't just because she lost the war that she pushed so hard for. It's also heartbreak. Lute's pain centers around losing Adam because she loved him, apparently. So tell me, did everyone know this? Was it obvious that there was something going on between them? Because this was kind of a shock to me. I mean, I guess it does make sense. Looking back at the season 1 finale, there was something that I did pick up on, although it was subtle. Flashback to Adam getting stabbed, the moment where Lute is screaming over his body. Adam gives her a look, and I saw that look, a smirk right before dying. It was kind of like a satisfied look. Like, I don't know if he's satisfied with her crying over him, or maybe he was happy that her face was the last thing he saw before dying. And you know, I thought it was weird that she took his halo after retreating. I mean, that is kind of loverish. When she threw it at Lilith's feet later, I assumed she just took it to prove he was gone. But now she's wearing it at her job, around her arm, in front of everyone. That's a declaration of love. And Lute, she's not backing down. She's screaming, throwing her sword around, pushing for them to avenge Adam. And she is pissed that no one wants to. She calls BS on Sir Pinch's backstory, and after yelling at her boss and then her director, she finally is demoted and dismissed. At first, Lute breaking down in the alleyway made me think she was just mad about losing the war, but then she starts hallucinating Adam. And that's when it finally clicks to me that this is all about Adam. So yeah, she was in love with her boss. Crazy. And honestly, I love that. Although I don't get what would make her love him, it recontextualizes everything about her. In season 1, Lute came off as violent and obsessed with the extermination and hating sinners, especially Vaggie, which kind of makes sense now how hyper-focused Lute was on her. Maybe she felt a threat for Adam's attention. And yeah, her and Adam were always together, but Adam just sucks. So Lute has been in love or obsessed with Adam all this time. Her conversation with the illusion proves he meant a lot to her. And now we see that she's been acting from a place of grief, heartbreak, or obsession. She's broken in a way that mirrors Charlie. Both women are consumed by someone they couldn't save, just in opposite directions. And that's another thing I like about episode 2. It didn't just expand Heaven's lore, it humanized it. It continued to show how angels can be just as flawed, emotional, and as lost as the souls they judge. If episode 1 was about hell reacting to Charlie's victory, episode 2 was heaven coming to terms with what that victory actually means. And if this is the tone moving forward, I see great potential in season 2. It might not be just about redemption for the characters, it might be redemption for the show itself. The peak of the episode, what might be the best song in the entire series, Fight With Your Mom, Gravity hits like, well, a force of nature. The visuals, the emotion, the orchestration, it's all stunning and powerful. And all throughout the song, Lute is destroying Adam's office. She's climbing on walls, walking on the ceiling, and flying around the room, throwing stuff. There were so many still shots that stood out to me during this song. The fragment of glass piercing the Adam hallucination, the fallen angel images, the chaos and destruction that is Lute's grief for Adam. And the vocals were perfect, interpreting her pain and anger. And I love that Adam accompanies Lute during the song. He eggs her on and hypes her up throughout the entire song. But it's the lyrics that truly carried the weight of the scene and told us exactly what Adam was to Lute. Through them, we see Lute's inability to accept loss. How the very things she pushed for in season 1, the exterminations, ended up taking everything from her. We really start to see how deep her love for Adam was throughout this episode, but especially during the song. And when she sings, "Wishing you were there when they needed you," it's pure guilt, regret that she was too consumed by her vengeance and rivalry to protect him. The line, "The only soul who's ever completed you," reveals how she really saw Adam as her soulmate. She was really deeply in love with him, Adam, which is crazy because he's kind of terrible, but I guess so is she. I mean, he called her the B word a few times during season 1, but I guess that's what she likes. She like what you like. And then there's "Eye for an eye says you owe me a debt." That lyric is brilliant in context. It ties back to Lute literally taking Vaggie's eye in the past, and now Vaggie returning the pain by taking Lute's arm. Or really, she's not worried about the arm, it's Adam. But what stands out most is how Vaggie ended up sparing Lute afterwards, offering what's basically an olive branch to their one-sided beef. That moment should have felt like a truce, but to me, it also felt like foreshadowing that Vaggie's mercy will come at a cost. I think sparing Lute might be what seals Vaggie's fate later on, possibly this season. Throughout Gravity, it's clear that Lute has redirected the cause of all her grief towards Charlie. Even though Nifty was the one who actually stabbed Adam, and Lute and Adam picked the fight with them to begin with, Lute sees Charlie as the reason he died, the symbol of everything that went wrong. And her vow for revenge isn't just about Adam, it's about making Charlie feel the same loss and despair she does through the person she loves. Both women are grieving. Charlie is grieving the loss of her friends and faith in heaven, and Lute is grieving the loss of her love and status, probably. But Charlie just wants peace. Fighting back against heaven was a last resort, and even she called her dag off Adam when she saw that Adam was losing. Lute wanted the war, and now that she's lost, she wants complete destruction. So ultimately, we're seeing different sides of the same pain. And that final image, a fallen angel surrounded by ruin, is definitely setting the tone for Lute's arc. She is going to fall. She doesn't care anymore. Anyone who yells at their boss at work does not give a damn anymore. And seeing Lute's descend has piqued my interest so much. I think this was such an interesting path for her character to follow, and I love that losing Adam was her tipping point. It's so tragically romantic, even if it is Adam. But that also makes me wonder, if sinners can be redeemed and rise to heaven, can fallen angels like Lute ever fall to hell? Will Lute unredeem herself? Because she's going off the deep end, that's a given. And with her sights on Vaggie, I kind of predict that not only will Lute get her revenge, but she and Vaggie are going to switch places. And if that's where the story's headed, I hope I can handle it. But I'm excited to see what Hazbin Hotel Season 2 has in store. But that's it for the video. Please like, comment, share, hype, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you a fan of Hazbin Hotel? Did you see Lute being in love with Adam in season 1? What are your thoughts on the second season so far? And have you seen my super cute cherry bomb cosplay I did at DreamCon? Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.